ready to dominate the Phoenix Force fitness event without wasting your hard-earned resources? This week, we're crunching the numbers to help you maximize rewards while keeping your stash intact. With a level cap increase to 105 just around the corner, it's more important than ever to play smart. Don't fall into the leaderboard trap. Let the whales fight over those diamonds for Jean Grey. Stick with me and I'll show you exactly how to come out ahead without overspending a single resource. Alright, so first up, we will take a look at where we are after week 1 of the Avengers Fitness Challenge. And hopefully, if you all followed along with my advice last week, you should be looking something similar to me, which is milestone 20 at 234,500 points. Why don't you let me know in the comments down below whereabouts you are in the Avengers Fitness Challenge. And before we go into week 2 of the Avengers Fitness Challenge, I feel it's really important to go into the data mines. I want to give a massive shout out to my friend and fellow content creator, Boylon. He does an amazing job and he has a data mines channel in his Discord, which I'm going to leave in the description down below for you all. But next week we have Mental Mastery. This is the week 3 event. Don't miss out on Jean Grey shards and T3 ISO 8 materials. So this one won't be a leaderboard because we are just going into a leaderboard event this week. Commander, get excited for the Mental Mastery event. Mental Mastery Milestone. Gain progress in this event by spending campaign energy, battling in Cosmic Crucible with Immortal X-Men and special offers. Earn fantastic rewards including Jean Grey shards, T3 ISO 8 materials, training modules and Crimson Mystic gear. You'll also earn points towards the month-long Avengers Fitness Challenge milestone by collecting dumbbells and the valuable headband. And then the survival training web milestone again is back next week for its 3rd week, where you're going to have to spend the uncanny energy. So your to-do list next week is going to be to spend campaign energy. So what would I be doing this week? I would be hoarding campaign energy. Do those 50 core refreshes, get that campaign energy hoarded, because next week will also be the level 105 cap. And we know this because they have said that the leaderboard this week will include XP for the upcoming level cap, and it will pay out after the level cap goes live. Now that to me means that the level cap is either going to go live on Tuesday when the event finishes, or Wednesday, because they generally take about 24 hours to sort out the leaderboards for the week-long events. You're also going to want to battle in Cosmic Crucible. Battling Cosmic Crucible with Immortal X-Men. Now, it does just say Immortal X-Men in the title, but I'm curious whether there's going to be a battling Cosmic Crucible element there just as normal. And you're going to want to spend your uncanny energy, as we have been doing for the past now 2 weeks it'll be, for the survival training web milestone. And another thing I want to bring your attention to is the Avengers Fitness Challenge. And I think my thumbnail that I did on Friday's video, and if you haven't checked it out already, I'm going to leave a card to it up in the corner here. But on Friday, I did a thumbnail, and little did I know how important that thumbnail would be, because in it, I put a picture of Hercules, and I put basically that you would miss out in the thumbnail if you didn't unlock him. And I do believe I am right. And here's why. So previously, a few months have gone by now, and the events really haven't meant much. But this does mean a little bit. So this week's event is Phoenix Force Fitness, and on Saturday we had the announcement from the envoys about the new Phoenix Force team, which is a rework to Phoenix and a new Omega Red Phoenix Force character. They are a Cosmic Crucible team, very akin to Undying, so they're going to be getting yearly releases, it would seem, at the same time each year. And Omega Red Phoenix Force is a epic character, so once his event is gone, he'll be locked away for a fair while. Next week, we have Mental Mastery, as we've seen in the data mines. And then the solo event is called Omega Training the week later. And that means that I think we're going to have the Omega Red Phoenix Force event that week. Now, the event for Omega Red Phoenix Force is a kiln tower. There are only 3 traits needed for it, though, which is A-Force, Avengers, and X-Men. Those are the trait tags. Now, as you go up, you're going to need, I believe it was green ISO 5, blue ISO 5, and then purple ISO 3 to get to the very top floors. And the very top floors will reward you with a 4 yellow star Omega Red Phoenix Force. But the tags there, A-Force, X-Men, Avenger. You know that is going to be absolute A-Force. The nodes are going to be tuned around that. It is going to be Immortal X-Men. It's definitely going to be tuned around that. And it's going to be Mighty / Uncanny Avengers, which the nodes are going to be tuned around that. So we know those are the 3 teams we need ready for week commencing the 28th of January. But enough about looking into the future. Let's look in the present and what are the week 2 events that we're going to be doing this week. Well, we have Phoenix Force Fitness. This has started as a recording and is a 8-day event, so it will finish on the 21st of January, which is next Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. GMT. We also have the Survival Training Week 2. We've been doing this already. This is an 8-day web milestone, so we'll run for exactly the same amount of time as Phoenix Force Fitness. We have in the Spotlight 2, week 2, this is the Alliance event. It is a 6-day event, so it will finish on the 19th of January, which is Sunday. And Absolute Strength is this week's Quick Rumble. It is going to start on Friday the 17th of January and finish on Sunday the 19th of January. And this week, you're going to be needing Absolute A-Force. Funny that, isn't it? To earn extra points. Now, Absolute A-Force are a team that is new. You will have 2 members, obviously, that you should have at 7 yellow stars. And they're going to be useful for later on in the event. But really, this is going to be a slower rumble where the additional points are concerned for you. And let's break down in the Spotlight 2. And our ways of earning points is to earn Allied Supply 6 Orb Fragments. That is not an issue. And to complete raid battles. Those are the 2 main ways of earning points. The big points, however, are coming from the milestone points from Spotlight raids. I will give you a public service announcement now that this is going to be gated by how many members of your alliance have Hercules unlocked. He comes out for Power Core unlock and to purchase. Not that I'm saying you need to purchase him, but he comes out for Power Core unlock tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and with that the Spotlight raids are changing. So at the moment we have Spotlight 2 Prelude. That event, or that will be going come tomorrow when Hercules is released, and we will be getting the full-blown Spotlight 2 raids along with the Spotlight 2 Strike, which is the raid made for smaller alliances. Our known free-to-play total is 374,000, and that is literally just the Allied Supply 6 Orb Fragments and the raid battles added together. But your to-do list this week is to do 8 raid battles per day, get as far as you can in the Spotlight 2 raids, and to collect your daily free claim. Now, I will say that Milestone 15 should be very obtainable for everyone, even if you don't have Hercules and the full Uncanny Avengers. And here are the maths for those of you who are interested. We need 1,150 raid battles for that points total limit. With your 24 members of your alliance, that is 48 raid battles per alliance member. Over the 6 days means that each alliance member needs to do 8 raid battles per day, and they should be doing that because that is part of the daily objectives. And your Allied Supply 6 Orb Fragments, these have not changed. 1,000 are coming in from the daily free claim, so over your 6 members is going to give you 144,000 points. And here is where the additional points come into. So I am going to say that if you have not got your Hercules unlocked, the minimum number of extra points you're going to be able to get is 234,000. The maximum amount of points you are going to be able to get is 338,400, and you're going to need your teams to do up to the final boss with Purple ISO 3 to be able to get that. But that is going to clear all the dumbbell currency for the month for you. So you are going to be able to get all that monthly currency. What you're going to miss out on is all that currency a bit lower on. Now, if you manage to full clear, you can see the big difference here. Look. So if you manage to get 100% on this raid, which means you're going to have the members of the Immortal X-Men unlocked. And I believe it is 18 members of your alliance needs to have Hercules unlocked to be able to do this. But you see the difference, look. 700,000 points are locked away behind the Uncanny Avengers section of this raid. So your total points, if you are able to full clear the Spotlight 2 raid, if you do it on normal difficulty, you're going to be at 1,364,000 points. If you do it at D1, you're going to be 1,454,000 points. And D2 would be 1,544,000 points. Now, all of those get you to milestone pretty much 19. To get to milestone 20, the additional input you need are your Jean Greys. There are 60,000 points for her available. And that does bridge the gap if you are at D2 to get to milestone 20. And now let's take a look at the web milestone survival training week 2. And it is the same as last week. However, much clearer this week as to where we want to finish. Last week, when we had the web milestone, there were lucky coins on there and they went all the way down to milestone 10. This week, all the things that we are worried about as free-to-play players cap out at milestone 8, which is 34,000 points. So that is nice and clear where we need to get to. There are 28,000 Phoenix Force Fitness milestone points in this event and 8,000 Phoenix Fitness Orb Fragment and a total of 30,000 dumbbells towards the monthly event. Your to-do list for this week is to spend 100 cores minimum on the Uncanny Energy per day. Now, I do believe when I did the math, it was 12 50 core refreshes total to get to milestone 8, plus the energy that you get coming in every single day for the Uncanny event. But the math works out slightly differently here. Look, you'll see I've only done this over 7 days rather than the 8 days of the event. But you have 250 core refreshes there, giving you 488 energy a day over 7 days. So you can complete this 1 day early if you want to. 34,160 points. That will get you obviously to milestone 8. If you wanted to get to milestone 10, you are going to need to do 400 cores of refreshes on the Uncanny campaign energy. However, with that 105 level cap increase coming, please do not do this unless you are a big spender. That will get you to milestone 10. And I do get asked this quite often, where do I find this event? Well, it's in the events tab here. You go to this Unbelievable, which is the Uncanny Avengers Super Showcase, and you're going to want to spend the energy on the campaign nodes there. And those points go into our main milestone for this week, Phoenix Force Fitness. And there are a lot of inputs for us as free-to-play players this week. There is Earn Phoenix Fitness Orb Fragments. These are going to come from Isotope 8 campaign nodes, as well as the web milestone and the daily free claim. We are going to be battling in war and using our absolute A-Force in war at 5, 6, and 7 yellow stars. Our reasonable free-to-play total with all the inputs put in and doing the minimum that we can do is 198,160. And to do that and to get that, you are going to need to win / lose 8 war battles per war. Now, some of you might get 4 wars in. I'm not 100% sure on all the war time zones, but some of you might actually get a 4th war to be able to go with this in, but it won't get you any more points. 8 is what you need to get that points limit. You're going to want to use Wasp and Ironheart. Hopefully you've got them at 7 yellow stars in war over the 3 times. You're going to want to spend 200 cores daily on your Isotope 8 campaign energy. And you're going to want to go to the website and collect your daily free claim, of which I will leave a link to that in the description down below. And that 198,000 points, well, that is going to get us to milestone 15, which does get us the stopwatch. It gets us all the month-long dumbbell currency. But that is where we want to cap out, guys. We do not want to be fighting for the leaderboard. Now, I will say on the leaderboard, there are diamonds for Jean Grey. There is also XP coming, as you heard me mention earlier, for the level cap increase, and that XP will be paid out after the level cap increase goes live. However, only the top 10 players will be getting enough to make any sort of difference, because that is the top 10 player or top 10 players who spend the most money basically are going to get a full level's worth of XP, 44,000 XP. And that will get them to level 101. Personally, myself, I would rather save my power cores and charge up my campaign energy ready to go for next week. So those of you who like the math, here are the breakdown of the points. We get 36,000 points from the web milestone. We are going to get 36,160 points by doing 4 50 core refreshes, which is actually 3 50 core refreshes, because we do get that energy pack every single day of ISO 8 energy. And our daily free claim is 500 Phoenix Fitness Orb fragments, so that gives us 3,500 points. Going into the war section now, we have 24 war battles needed for the limit, 3 wars in the week, so that is 8 war battles per war. That's going to give you 72,000 points. And your absolute A-Force, as I said, you want Wasp and Ironheart as 7 yellow stars and just use them, even if you use them as a sack team. I know this might not work if you're taking war seriously, but then if you're taking war seriously, you probably have the absolute A-Force built up anyway, so that won't matter. But if you don't, use them as a sack team or just as some extra characters in there, and that will earn you another 54,000 points to this event. Massive thank you for watching. If this breakdown helped you plan your resources and navigate the Phoenix Force Fitness event this week, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force tips and strategies. Why don't you let me know in the comments below how far you're getting this week and what you're saving for with the level 105 cap on the horizon. Stay smart, stay resourceful, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay positive.